Well, good evening, friend. I'm so glad that you can join me this particular evening. I am so grateful for this opportunity to talk to you and to talk with you and to really have an opportunity to be able to help us get unstuck. I have to tell you before I start tonight, my heart is heavy for all of our friends all around Parkland and in Parkland and all throughout Florida. Our prayers are with you. We're hurting with you. To those families, I pray the God of comfort would simply put his arms around each and every one of you and give you his hope. And speaking of hope, we lost a giant today, early this morning. The Reverend Billy Graham, loved by people regardless of ethnicity, regardless of denomination, regardless of whether you believed or not. He was a godly man and a great example of what it means to be a Christian man of faith. You know what he did? He simply loved people and gave people hope. And I know that heaven is rejoicing tonight. The family is very special, and my heart goes out to the Graham family, to all of them this evening. But continue the legacy, Graham family, of giving this world hope. I know we're committed to that, aren't we, friends? We're going to give people hope every single day, whether we feel like it or not, is really not the point. I couldn't wait to be with you folks. I mean, I was thinking about you yesterday. I was in Houston yesterday, and as some of you know that saw my Facebook Live for just a brief moment, and I was thinking about y'all. I really was. Couldn't wait to be here because everywhere I go, I'm hearing people say, I'm stuck. So let's take a few minutes and let me talk with you tonight. Thank you folks for buying the book. The book that I'm alluding to, I will read a few words out of tonight, is Afraid to Hope. I continue to show the book because people will say, what book are you referring to? And it's our latest book, Afraid to Hope, came out January the 16th. I want each and every one of you to do this. If the book has been helpful, go on Amazon and write a review. Those reviews encourage other people to consider buying the book. It's right now in electronic form, and soon I'm going to be going into the studio and recording the book. We used to call it book on tape. I'm not sure what we call it today, but I'll be recording it for an audio version of that book. You can look for that hopefully before the summer, later this spring for sure, I'm hoping. And so I encourage you to read it, to share it, to pass it on. I am so grateful for the opportunity to facilitate a conversation about hope. Everywhere I go, I hear people say, I want to hope, I want to live, I want to engage, but Rick, I'm stuck. For all of you who are stuck, you have a friend in me and a coach tonight. I want to coach you. And sometimes coaching isn't what you want. I've had a trainer at the gym from time to time. Don't want to see that sucker. But it's exactly what I need. Sometimes we need to be coached up a little bit. And so I want to go back 21 years, back to a time when I was stuck, and stuck for a long time. For those of you that don't know, my wife, Trina, my first wife, passed away. She was only 41 years old when she died in 1996. I was a widower at 40. I was a year younger than her. And I had two younger boys. And we were stuck. We were at rock bottom, if you can just imagine that, right? And so let me have a conversation. Let me simulate a conversation, and let me see if I can locate where some of you who are stuck might be. If you were to ask me in 1996, Rick, why are you stuck? Here would be my answer. I'm stuck because my wife died. I'm angry because my wife died and left us. I'm mad. I'm frustrated. I'm despondent. I'm disappointed. I'm frustrated. I'm filled with rage. I don't know who to trust. I don't even know if I can trust God. I don't know if I can go on. I don't know if my kids will be able to live a normal life. I will probably never be able to live a normal life. All right. Now, here comes the coaching. Now, some of you may not want to hear this, but just hold on, all right? Just hold on. All right. Rick, why are you stuck? First one, because my wife died. Yeah, your wife died. That's a fact. But why are you stuck? Because my boys are damaged for life. Yeah, your boys are struggling. Damaged for life? That's speculation. Rick, let me ask you again. Why are you stuck? Because I'm angry. I'm lonely. I'm despondent. Those are emotions. Rick, why are you stuck? I'm stuck because I see no way out of my situation. Rick, that's called perception. Why are you stuck, Rick? Because I'm making a choice to be stuck. There it is. There, friends, I wish I could sugarcoat it. I wish I could package it in a way that is more palatable. I wish I could make it seem like it's not on us, but it was on me. I was stuck because I chose to be stuck. I was stuck because I made a choice to be stuck. Our reading tonight in Afraid to Hope finds me around page 65. If you're in page 65, it's in the chapter Buying Real Estate in the Valley, chapter number 4. Just follow along with me. As a matter of fact, can you join me on page 64? Let me just read a paragraph on page 64 to kind of set the stage. I wrote, my valley experience was defined by 3 words, all about me. And those 3 words keep us from receiving hope, keep us from giving hope to others. How can you be an agent of hope if it's all about you? How can you do anything worth doing if it's all about you? But Rick, I wrote, I'm hurting. It is all about me right now, isn't it? And I write, certainly, I'm not advocating against taking care of yourself and taking time to heal. But part of the cure for getting unstuck is getting our eyes off ourselves. Oh, baby! Part of the cure for getting unstuck, Rick, is to get your eyes off of you. Is to get your eyes off of you. Listen to what I go on to write on page number 65. Even during intense pain and grief, could selfishness be why we're not practicing the basics of hope? The mantras of, what about me? Or, why me? Will only keep us stuck. Because we're so injured, we can't see anything but our struggle. There is wisdom available if you'll entertain the possibility that the struggle really isn't about you. You're in the struggle, but the struggle has a bigger purpose. Let me back up and say one line again. Because we're so injured, we can't see anything but our struggle. Do y'all remember about a month ago I gave you this quote? And it's a quote that I've been saying to myself over and over and also sharing with others. Here it is. If all you see is what you see, then you don't see all there is that needs to be seen. Friend, I can't speak about you, but I can tell you about me. For a couple of years, all I could see was despair, disappointment, disillusionment, disaster. All I could see was loss, grief, tragedy, unevenness, loneliness, a lack of hope, no hope. All I could see was doom and gloom. Let me say that quote again. If all you can see is what you see, then you don't see all there is that needs to be seen. And when you don't see the bigger picture, you lose perspective. When you lose perspective, you go into fight and protection and preservation mode. When you go into fight and protective and preservation mode, it becomes all about you. And so this whole notion of why are you stuck? Well, I'm stuck because she died. Or I'm stuck because my boys will never, my children will never, I will never, we will never. I'm stuck because of my boss. I'm stuck because things didn't work out at work the way they were supposed to. I'm stuck because of something that happened in my past. Those are all legitimate. But at some point, you got to get to the bottom line. And here's the bottom line for me. And I'm betting for many of you. I am stuck because I choose to be stuck. Oh, friend, it's not easy to get unstuck, but let's not complicate the reason why we are stuck. I am stuck because I'm making a choice right now to be stuck. And so, here's the deal. It really does begin with a choice. It's putting one foot in front of the other. I don't even care if you do this. I'm mad. I'm stuck and I'm mad, but I'm going to put one foot in front of the other. You know what I did for a long time? This is going to offend some folks. I realize that, but tough. For a period in my life, I'm doing like this to God while I'm holding on tightly with this hand. Is that the most incongruent, the craziest thing you've ever seen? I'm holding on as tight as I can with one hand, and I'm balling my fist up with the other. If that's you tonight, go for it. Yes, sir. You know what that tells me? You're trying to get unstuck. You're making an effort to lean in. You're making an effort to move forward. You're making an effort not to be a passive victim, but an active survivor. Active means you have to make some kind of movement. So here's the bottom line. I choose to be stuck. The presupposition, I can choose to be unstuck. Friend, it starts right here. I'm telling you, it starts right here. Frank Outlaw, thank you for sharing those words years ago. Hear those words. Watch your thoughts. They become your words. Watch your words. They become your habits. Watch your habits. They form your character, your actions and your character. Watch your character. That character shapes your destiny. What does it begin with? It begins with this thought. This thought right here. I wonder, or maybe, or yes, I'm stuck, but can be a powerful word. I'm stuck, but is there anything inside of me that just might have the possibility of encouraging me to take a step? You know what's interesting? Even though I was stuck, and I mean, I was stuck literally from the moment the doctor said, I'm sorry, Trina's gone. For a couple of years, there was something inside of me that was saying, get unstuck. Guess what it was? The words of a third grade dropout. My daddy. Remember what he said at the casket? At Trina's casket. He said 3 words. He said, son, just stand. You know what he was saying? Stay in the game. Make the next play. Whatever analogy works for you. Take another step. Take one step. Take any step. But do something. Friend, I'm talking to you that has no hope tonight. You're stuck. No reason for which to hope. Do something. Here's something real simple. Before you close your eyes tonight, think about one thing that you can be thankful for. Think about one person that you might be able to help. Think about one situation that you might be able to add assistance to. Anytime my father used to tell me, you can do something that moves you beyond you, son, it helps you get unstuck. Oh, man. Oh, friend, I got to calm down. I'm getting fired up. I'm getting fired up because I never realized how much power I had. That same power that convinced me that I was stuck is the very same power that can convince me that I can be unstuck. by simply making a choice. Now, I'm not telling you to deny all of those variables. Abuse, horrific. I wouldn't even begin to understand. Losing a child, I can't imagine. Losing a spouse, even though I lost one, I won't even insult you and tell you I know how you feel. I don't. Grief is unique. Being in a situation, in a relationship that you thought was going to last forever, and it's gone sideways. That's hard. It's hard. But you know what might be harder yet more profitable? Making a choice to keep living. I deal with some of you who have said, I've put the gun down. I've chosen to live another day. To those of you that have said that to me, you're my heroes. To all of you, let me say this. We all get stuck from time to time. Some of us get stuck on a regular basis. Remember this. If you're stuck tonight, you're making a choice to be stuck. There's certain things you'll never change. There's certain things you don't have control over. There's certain situations that you're not going to manipulate your way out of. But guess what you do have control over? You, me, and the next thought that we have. Friend, I'm going to tell you something. The very next thought could be the thought that gets you unstuck. Oh boy. I have just, whoo, baby. You don't have to stay stuck. For some reason, I'm hearing that Farmers Only. You don't have to be lonely at Farmers Only. Guess what? You don't have to be stuck any longer. You don't. I know that was horrible singing, but you just don't have to be. I wish so badly that somebody would have just hit me upside the head in 1996, 1997, and said, Rick, I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, Trina died. That's a fact. Yeah, your boys are struggling. Will they be damaged for life? That's your perception. Yeah. Yes, you're angry. That's called an emotion. And you're stuck because you're making a choice to be stuck. I wish somebody would have just laid it out. I wouldn't have wanted to hear it, be honest with you. Would have probably rebuked it. But the fact is, we make choices, friend. That's our lesson tonight. We make choices. And so I want to encourage you, make your very next thought the thought that gets you unstuck. I want you to be blessed. That's my prayer for y'all. That's my earnest hope. That is my utmost expectation, that our conversations will help encourage you to live a more blessed life, a life of greater joy and a life of greater peace. And so until we meet again, be encouraged, be blessed. May your very next thought be the thought that says, I'm going to make a choice to get unstuck. Oh, baby. Can't wait to visit with you again. I wish I could hug each and every one of you. Until we talk again, be blessed, be encouraged, be an agent of change, be an agent of hope. Make a choice to take one step forward. I'll talk to you soon.